Righto, we're live for race number 22 for the WTF Racing Truck Series. It's getting down to crunch time. 3 races left here at Daytona. Then we go to Martinsville next week and decide a champion at Homestead in 2 weeks. But tonight at Daytona, a little bit of a different format. I'm going to go ahead and show this real quick. So while everybody's qualifying, qualifying currently, everybody's going to make it in through that in the heat. So everybody makes it through. And then what Doug's going to do with the points is average it out. So where the playoff drivers are, he's going to average out where they finish and everything like that. So in the first heat, if, say, Chad wins and then gets second in the consolation, but Adam gets third in the first race and wins the second, he'll be behind him by 1 point or average. He'll average out the 3 races, but it's 25 lap dashes. Get a fast prepare every race, and it's going to be fun to see how it goes down. But I'm excited because this is a new format that we're trying out, and I'm hoping it goes well because if it does, possible deal for next season, especially for super speedways. The main reason that we did it, just because the super speedways get pretty spread out, kind of boring, especially for 80 laps or so. So that's the main reason that we're doing it, but excited to get back to a super speedway because I like announcing them. It's just that strung out middle part is kind of what kills it for me, but the ends are always the best. And we got 3 of the finishes tonight, so anything could happen in those last 3 laps for 3 different races. So I'm excited for tonight.
Hey, Mr. Broadcaster.
Yes, sir.
Remind me who all is in the playoffs.
So in the playoffs, Bernard Person, Chad, Adam, Newton, Jason Spear, and Clay, who is not here. But those are the 4 that are in.
And 4. You mean 5?
Yeah, 5. So
Alright,
Bernard,
10 4. Thank you.
Chad, Adam, Spear. So
Thank you, Mr. Broadcaster.
yeah,
Thank
and
you,
then Nick is also going to be the in-race reporter. So between races, more likely, maybe if it gets a little strung out during green, I'll drag him in, ask him a few questions, see what he's talking about, and try to learn as much as we can. But Nick's going to be the in-race reporter for this one. So thank you, Nick, for doing that.
Sir. You're very welcome.
And also, good job to Nick for the thumbnail. He made the thumbnail for the stream, so deeply appreciate that, Nick. Looks good like always.
Big Country 750 on YouTube. Check me out. Yahoo.
All right, well, we're ready. Looks like we only got 50 seconds left, and on the top of the board, it's Bernard Person, and then Adam. So 2 playoff drivers, top of the board, with Nick and Chad just behind them. Alrighty, ready to rock and roll for 25 laps around this racetrack. See the field lining up and ready to roll. I'm excited. Super speedway races are always fun to announce, other than that long run where it gets pretty spread out. But right now, this is what's going to be fun. This part where it's 3 dashes all the way to the end. In total, we have 75 laps tonight, 3 different races, split in 3 quarters. 25 laps for this first main event. And then we move on. Everybody moves on to the next race. And then in that one, the average finish of the top drivers, it's It's exciting. I'm super excited for this. I mean, it can't get much better than this. I mean, what else would you do? Can't get much better. So let's go down the running order and see where everybody's starting. On the pole, it's going to be that 82 machine of Bernard Person, to his outside his teammate and playoff competitor in the 2, Adam Newton. Row number 2 is going to be 2 teammates, part of Everett Motorsports. Nick, welcome back in that 75, and Chad Adams, playoff driver, to his outside. In row number 3, 2 teammates as well, part of IRacing Motorsports. It's Austin Albritton and Joseph Tucker to his outside. Row number 4 is going to be Bully Chef and Fred Lester in the 85. Excited to see what Fred does. Always good on these super speedways, so going to see what he does with it. Then row 6, well, there's 2 rows that aren't, or there's a row that's not gridded up behind them, so I apologize there. But we have Jason Spear and the 45 of Jarrett Jones. Then the 17 of Mike Presley and Austin Baker. Mike Presley picked up a team. Now he's part of IRacing Motorsports, so excited to see what he does for his first race with them tonight. Then to his outside, Court Henson, looking good. Court, I like that paint scheme a lot. That is a nice, similarly throwback-ish paint scheme. It's pretty simple, so that's why I kind of consider it a throwback, but it looks really good, so I like it. Then just behind him, rounding off the field, it's going to be Chase Henson, and I believe Greg pulled into the pit, so not for sure why, but we're ready for 25 laps in this first main. It can't get much better than this. Pace car lights are out. We're ready for playoff race number 2 of the final round. 3 races left. 3 races tonight, and we're ready to roll. It's going to be Bernard and Adam on the front row. Slow into the restart zone. Bernard fires. We're green for race number 2. Already moves being made. Nick goes to that top line right behind him. It's Austin Albritton pushing him. 2 guys that helped me during my races and Road to Pro races and IS races. So they're both leading it on the first lap, able to get around those Spear Motorsports guys. But looks like on the first lap, Nick going to lead it off of 4. Is he going to get it at the line? Nope. Austin's going to peek to the outside line. Now Bernard sneaks back in behind Nick at the line. First lap led. It's going to be by Nick Seipel. Ooh, contact in the back. 1 spinning already. That's the 10, 85, 51, 90. I apologize, not 51, but they're able to keep going. What happened there? From a higher perspective, from up above, it looks like the 10 gets in the right rear of the 85. Not what Fred needed to happen. The 91 gets involved in it as well. Big problems, but they're all able to keep going. Luckily, able to avoid it. My mistake. That was not the 10. That was Jarrett Jones in the 45. That made it 3 wide there. Got in the right rear of Fred. Unfortunate there, but no problem. Anything can happen. Cautions. And then they have 2 more races after this to make it up. That's one part of the interesting dynamic tonight. We have 3 races, all count as mains, and for the playoff drivers, it's an average finish. So how their points are going to be scored after this race is off an average finish of the 3 races. So no playoff drivers caught up in that one, but down the back straightaway, it's Austin Albritton and Nick Seipel still out front, then 2 Spear Motorsports drivers behind them. Still side by side on the exit of the corner. Let's ride on board with that 18 machine just in that pack. Let's ride on board with him and see what he's seeing. Right behind Bernard Person.
That's one.
You see Bully there on the inside line. In the third row. Now he's starting that bottom lane, starting to lose a little bit of momentum. That top line's really coming into play. But Bully doing a great job staying in line so far. Not much that these guys can go, but we still have just over 20 laps to go. It'll be 21 to go at the line. And no point making these big moves yet. I mean, these guys are running side by side, pretty aggressive on the pushing, but it's working out for them so far, and I don't think that they're going to stop yet. Later and later we go. The spicier and spicier it's going to get. Now Austin Albritton, he's going to be able to clear. That top line seems to be the best spot right now. But now that Austin's moved down, is that going to affect it? Does the 8, how aggressive does he get? Can he push the 2? Keep him up there? Down the back straightaway at 185 miles an hour. More likely hitting 190. That's a good flyby. See Nick. Glad to have him back, his first race back in a while. But one of the best, always love these super speedway races, and one of the best at it. So he's helping and jumping in tonight. So excited to see what he does. Have to talk to him a little bit later in the night, but earlier this season had a chance at the first race here at Daytona and ended up losing it. Just entering 1 and 2 was not clear and spun off the nose of another competitor and went around and lost that chance at it. But he's having a strong run tonight so far. Now that top lane seems to die out just a little bit. Yeah, you see the Spear Motorsports drivers, they're starting to work together. That 18 side drafting hard up on that top line, that's not something that you want to do. You only want to side draft the bottom lane if you're on the top. If you go up to side draft, it's definitely something that could get hurt and get you in some problems. You go up, hit some guy, and then turn them into you, and it'll cause a big wreck. So Willie's got to be careful on that, but it seems like it's not helped that outside line at all. Seems like it slowed down the bottom lane more. Now there's a challenge from that outside once again. On board with Adam Newton. Let's, from a drone cam, looking in front, it's a 180 mile an hour drone looking at this whole field. We'll stay locked onto the leader, whoever that is at a time, but you can see how much the car out back is moving, how straight these drivers are trying to keep it on the wheel in order to not make that mistake, swerve a little bit. That's one thing that they do have to be very careful of. Seeing the corners, that bottom lane gets a little bit of a run. Now Austin Albritton, he's going to bail out on that bottom lane, so it looks like that bottom lane is going to bail out or stall out just for a second. But now Bully's all over the back bumper of the 75 trying to push him, get him going, but it looks like Bernard's going to be clear, or at least was for a moment. Bernard trying to do all he can up on that top side. Still side by side though. Front driver hasn't been clear for long, if any. It's been side by side at the line every lap. Now Bernard's going to be clear. He kind of gets loose. Whoa, what happened there? He saw his opportunity and took it. Was barely clear on the nose of the 75 and took it. Left his teammate out there. Now he's in front of the 75, so we'll see how hard Nick pushes him. with the 18 all over the back bumper of the 75, then the 75 all over the back bumper of the 82. From up in the middle of the infield, from that drone cam, the 180 mile an hour drone cam, we see one on the wall. That's the 91. That's Court Henson in the wall. Now it's just a 3x3 battle at the front of the field. It's jumbled up. The front two have switched lanes. Now the 82 on the bottom, the 75 on the outside. Nick trying to hold it along as much as he can, but struggling on that outside line. Once you get down to this single file amount of cars, now he's going to actually have a big run down the front straightaway. Decent sized run, I should say. Not a huge one, but a decent sized run at the line. Bernard led it by inches. You see the few riding back here. See Austin Albritton, he's riding. The 83, Jason Spear, Austin Baker, Mike Presley. These four seem to be kind of riding, as well as Court now after he made that contact with the wall. But those drivers seem to just be riding, not trying to push the issue yet. Still over 15 laps to go, which is a good part, I would say. Is just, I mean, within 15. There's no real point in pushing it, riding on board here with the 49 of Austin Albritton, watching the cars in front of him. But there's really no point in going until, I'd say, the last 10 laps at least. The way I like to run super speedways, and most of the time it probably doesn't work out for me. I don't got the best luck on super speedways, but just survive and be there at the end no matter what. You have to cross the finish line to first finish. To finish first, you first have to finish. So that's one thing that I take into consideration. I ride at the back for at least most of the race, and then with 15 to go, I try to start making my way up to the field, and if it starts getting too dicey, I'll back out of it. But we see Austin Albritton back up here with a big run from on top of his cam. Now let's go to the back bumper of the 2. Leading the 2 and the 75, leading that top group. We'll see how aggressive that the 2 pushes as we're on board. Can see his nose. Doesn't look like he's pushing too aggressively. It seems like they're pretty content with getting that run around the outside line on the straightaways and backing off in the middle of the corners. See that bottom lane, the shorter way around, able to get a better run. Then on the exit of the corners, let's see how big of a run that they get. The 18 kind of off the back bumper, the 82. Now the 2 all over the back bumper, the 75. Here comes the big run once again. And they get dead even down the back straightaway. And the 82 gets that shoved by the 18, which was a great push from that bottom lane. Now the 18 is going to be clear. He's going to come up in front of the 75. Now it's a change. Leading the pack, it's the 18 and 75. And on the bottom, it's the 82 and 51. Changing for positions already. Bully wanted to lead a lap. He got it there at the line. He wanted to get to the point. Now the 75 is going to have to be careful pushing him. Was getting pushed by the 2. Now that's swapped. $18 all over the door of the 51, but the 51, one of the best super speedway racers and the best pusher in the league. He's helped me to quite a few super speedway league wins, and he is definitely the guy that you want behind you. Him or Nick. Nick can push aggressive. I think Nick's a faster pusher, but that comes with a risk. As we say it, the 18 goes around off the front bumper of the 75 into the 49. Problems here on lap 15. 18 into the wall, off the nose of the 75. But the 49 able to save it through the grass, back up the racetrack, and Nick nowhere to go. But off the back bumper, off the nose on the 75, caution, first caution of the night waves here on lap 15. Go back and take a look at it here. Right as we were saying it, go right on board with the 75. See him pushing on the back bumper of him. Just gets on that left rear, spins him into the door of the 51, then nowhere for him to go. And major contact. The 51 has damage back down the racetrack. They go into the 49, nowhere for him to go. Everybody trying to check up and avoid it. The 17 through the grass. Can he make it through? It looks like he does, but sees the 49 and 75 wreck in front of him. But man, problems on lap 75 as we were talking about it. Nick, one of the best pushers in the league, but that can happen pretty easily. He just got that. The center of the truck was peaked out to the left rear, and that's where it goes. As soon as that emblem, you see, that's the way you kind of do it. Just that center emblem, once it's on the left rear and outside of the fender, that bumper, it goes around, and definitely not something that Nick wanted to have happen there. Losing it as much as he could on that top lane. Didn't have too much of a run. Was trying to keep him up there and just made a mistake pushing. Now it's going to set a lot of cars back. A lot coming down pit road, though, to get damage fixed and things like that. 51 staying out. Let's check out that right side of the 51. I'm worried about that. How bad is that going to hurt him? It's got a little ding on the right front and more on the right rear. So that may come into play. It'll be interesting. It's not going to be a long run. These races aren't super long, but he still has that fast repair. Smart way to save it. I think I would do the same. Stay out. No point in, it's going to ramp up and get more crazy. So there's no point in really doing that yet, at least. But, man, anything could happen. And I think that's what Chad's banking on, is anything could happen. He's just going to race it smart and not be using the fast repair as quickly as possible. But we're going to double up at the line and get ready to go. So the 82 picks the outside line, the 51 on the inside. Can pick lanes, which is good, especially for those Spear Motorsports guys trying to pick what lane they want to be in. And being teammates, then both on the outside line, that bottom lane is going to need to work perfectly together to get around them. Let me check the comments and see. I have an idea that just popped into my mind. Not for sure about it. What if I race in this second heat race? I can explain what I'm doing. I'll be in my own chat. That might not be the worst option. How many people are watching? Any votes? Rip Big Country. Yeah, struggled there. Got in the back of the 18, spun him around. So that was more likely the call from race control. But any vote? Should I run this next race? I'll let the people watching decide. That might be entertaining. Get a different view of it. That would be kind of cool. I'll probably right at the back, not be too aggressive with it, but right at the back, see what kind of happens. Not try to get involved in nothing, but then I'll commentate that third race. But here we go. For the restart on lap 17, Bernard fires back green. Bernard with a great restart over the 51. Just not able to get a good restart on that. Those tires, those not worn tires, the damage going to be definitely slow. Now all three Spear Motorsports drivers are able to clear. All three of these drivers playoff. The four at the front of the field are all playoff drivers. Now the 8's going to go to the outside of the 51. That's not going to help them. The field possibly could lose these front 3. But they're pulling away already. The 51's got to stay in line. He's got a bunch of right side damage. But if they want to catch, they're definitely going to need something to happen. But the 18, that's the 39, the 75, they're trying to work their way around the outside line. I'll let the people watching by the end of the race decide. Once they cross the checkered, it's in. If no one says to run, I won't do it. But if so, I'll jump in and run at least a little bit. But we got until lap 25, so 6 laps to go. First one to make a move there is going to be the 51. He's going to try to go to the outside line, but it's not going to work out for him. Now the 10 has a big run. He's going to get to the back bumper of the 85. Through 3 and 4, it's still the same front 3. Chad finally able to get down. Going to leave the 8 out there, but he's able to get in front of his teammate in the 75. He's going to get big sideways. Nick into the back of him. Got him sideways there once again. That could have been big. See them all single file now. Now Chad's going to be the first one to go to the top once again with a big run. Right on board with the 75. How aggressive is he pushing? As he learned from that mistake before, looks like he did a little, backed off there. But he's trying to gain as much time as possible. Get to that front 3, even with the damage from the 51. I don't think it might be not the worst option for these two to switch. Chad's a great pusher as well, but it'll be easier for him to push than it is to lead with that damage. But they're making time off that top line, so maybe they stick with it here with 5 to go till the end of this one. Nick and Chad working that outside lane. They've got up to the 4th car in line. Now they have some cars on that outside line, so that'll definitely help them. But is there enough time, especially with Chad on that damage? They're able to get to the 2nd and 3rd car, but are blinking just a little bit. Now Chad is going to get to the outside of it. Does Chad leave Nick if he gets the opportunity? Down the back straightaway. How big is a run does that top get? Seem to be pretty big, but it's died out. Middle of back straightaway, it's died out. Seems like it's just been easy to gain those spots from the unorganization from the bottom lane. Now they've dropped back 1, 2, almost 3 cars. That outside line needs something to happen. Drivers are going to be in desperation mode. Big loose moment for the 51 there. Able to catch it and keep her going. But that could have been big. Able to save it. Great move by the 51. Does that scare the drivers behind the field? Now the 51 is going to drop in line in front of the 75. Kind of checked up that inside line, and they're going to wreck behind them. Caution's going to wave. The 90 goes around the 18 as well. Stacked up that bottom line when Chad and Chad and Nick were able to get in line in the 2nd caution of the night waves. Let's go back and take a look at it here and see what happened. So it all similarly started. The 75 was able to get in line. So he did that, got in line, kind of stacked up that row. The 10 into the back of the 75. Then the 10 checked up. The 18 checked up for the 10. And then the 45 didn't have enough time. He checked up. And by then it was too late. Spun the 18 into the 91. And they both went for a spin. Luckily, not much damage with it. But the 10 into the back of the 75 checked up. Then the 18 in the back of the 10. 45 into the back of the 18. And kind of accordion. But man, what a move by Austin Albritton, able to get through that. Riding on board with him. Sees a little bit of a checkup, sees the 18 go high, then back low, able to barely avoid it. Great job there by Austin Albritton to get around it. Now I'm interested to see who's going to pit. Who comes to pit road? This is something we got to watch out for. Does Chad come in, take some damage fixed? What is he going to do? Because he's going to be on the outside lane. The three in front of him are teammates, so more than likely they're going to have a countdown and know when to go, when to restart. But does Nick let him in? Is there enough time? Does Chad pit, try to get that damage and just go like a bat out of hell for the 3 laps? Who knows? We're going to find out who's going to come down pit road this time. Doesn't seem like many. Looks like most of the field stays. Interesting. So the 8:45, they come to pit road. The 18 stay out. Seem like most of the field stays out there. Shockingly. Dave said, go ahead and run, but don't team up like with Nick like you always do. I don't know. Nick's been in kind of the middle of stuff, so I don't know if I want to team up with him for this race. Let's go and actually ask Race Control. Race Control, do you got a copy?
Gotcha.
All right, so I asked the question, and of course Dave's watching. It's a super speedway. But I said, for the second race, should I jump in and run? And of course Dave said, go ahead and run it. That might be a different point of view, so
yeah, why not? Yeah,
run that second race and then announce it.
And just broadcast, and just
broadcast
it from
inside the car.
Yeah,
and with 3 to go, hit it.
Hey, Cave, I'm gonna run it also. Okay.
You're running it too.
So,
all right.
I'm gonna run it also. So hey, you better look out. Okay.
All right. I like it. All right. I like it. I'm not gonna tell anybody. I don't know who's all watching the stream or the drivers, but I'm gonna jump in. I'll probably leave the chat muted.
Hang on a second, guys.
I'll probably leave the chat muted. Maybe unmute it once I jump in and run. But Dave, I like it. We'll have to do it. Hey, Dave, if you can jump in, you want to spot me? Hurry and jump in. If you want to spot, you can spot me for it. If you're able to jump on and spot, or if you're able to jump into the lobby, that might be fun. Come on, Dave, spot for me. If I do it, you got to be here. You can spot. It's only 25 laps, so it's a shorter race, but it's only the second one, so it's not going to hurt anybody. It's still the average finish, but I am going to go for the win. So I'm not going to race and be too aggressive or turn anybody, or at least try the best I can. But Dave, if you're able to jump in and spot, that would be actually really cool. So let's see. Field's going to double up this time. It's going to be a green-white checkered to decide the finish of race 1. Would take too long, but thanks. All right, no problem. I was just wondering. Might be a different view. I don't know. I think if you're on your computer right now, just jump in. I'll stream it from Discord if you want, and you can just watch. We can talk. Coach me through it. You can coach me through it. All right, let's see. I'll run it next time. We'll run it. We'll see. We'll see. I won't tell anybody, but I'll go ahead and run it. But it's going to be a green-white checker to decide the finish of race 1. 2 teammates on the front row with the 83 behind them. Does Chad have anything for him? The 4 playoff drivers in the race are the top 4 in the running order right now. Alrighty. Ready for the restart. It's going to be green-white checker to decide the finish for race 1 here at Daytona. Pace car pulls in. Makes a hard left turn. Going to watch the field bunch up. Bernard fires. We're green. The 75 gets a great restart. The 83 did not. The 2's going to be clear. And the 51's going to be behind the 75. So when does the move come? You see the 49 of Austin Albritton. He's got a big run on the 59. Now the 75 all over the back bumper. The 83, I don't know about that one, Nick. All over the back bumper. They still have to make it around. Now the 75 is going to go to the outside line. He's going to be leading it. Chad behind him. Nick trying to side draft as aggressively as he can. Albritton pushing the 51. Now the 51 to the back of the 75. How big of a run does that top line get? They have the car count. It's 3 versus 4, kind of 4 versus 4. Baker can get up there. Now, big run from the outside line. It's going to be white flag at the line. The bottom stacks up, but white flag for the 75 around the outside. Can he pull his teammate in the 51 all the way around? Everybody with a big run. How aggressive do they get? The 2 side drafting, the 75 side drafting, the 82. Now they're all side by side. Now they're all side drafting. The 83 is going to go around off the bumper of the 8. That's going to stack up a lot of the field. The 49 to the back of the 51. Whoa, who was that? Into the air. Somebody died. We're going to decide a winner, though. 2 playoff drivers to decide it at the line. Adam Newton, but our person. Off of turn number 4. Does Adam make a move? Doesn't look like it. He's going to push him to the line. Teammates push him to the line. But somebody down the back straightaway shot to the moon. And I don't know who that was. Was that Chad? We need medical for Chad. The 51 of Chad Adams needs medical. He was gone. Into the safer break, doing a tuxedo spin. And then he's out. What just happened? It looked like it was just a big sack up. The 51 tried to go up once he saw the 50. Well, he tried to line back up with the 75 and it all went bad. Then the 51 into the air. Then they still wrecked behind him. But man, what a interesting stance there. Man, not for sure how that all went down, but oh, it skipped. It skipped the consolation. Well, it's a 5-minute warm-up, so I'm going to see what happened there and get back to it. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to race because I don't want to run the feature and mess that up, but I definitely want to broadcast it. So reset, and I will be back with you guys here in 5 minutes. Should I run? Really?
Yeah, yes, yes. You got 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2,
I'm in.
1. I like it.
Should I join? You know what? I'll broadcast from the booth with you guys, or from the race control booth with you guys. I'm not going to say a thing. As soon as anything gets said, I'm going to mute the chat, but I'm going to leave it undone for now. So, I'm broadcasting. Hello, everybody. Let's see.
I like it.
Let's see what everybody says. Let's see how long it takes. I'm just going to, should I ride at the back and just see how long it takes or what?
Yeah, why not?
Let's see. All right. You'll have to be checking the stream, Doug, see if there's any comments. Dave, this one's for you. You asked for it. So, Dave, this one's your fault. What do we do if I win it?
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
That's all right. You can pick it up. As soon as just get in the truck. As soon as it goes green, you should be able to pull out.
I don't got my camera settings or nothing.
Damn it.
You gonna spot me, Doug, or what's the plan? Under green, just a
no,
little
that's
bit.
No, Doug's working.
That's an
Doug's
unfair.
working.
Yeah, unfair advantage.
That's,
Okay.
That's unfair to everyone else. So.
All right. Well, the final race, since the second one got skipped, unfortunately, but the third main, the final main of the race, is ready to get underway. I got two teammates, but two teammates up here in the booth, and we're ready to roll. So, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do this. All right. Let me jump to the top lane. So, pace car lights are out. They pull down pit road, and we're ready for another 25 laps and to decide the winner of race 2 of the playoffs. It's green. Even restart for at least the 2 cars in front of me. Let's see how long it takes for them to realize. Gonna follow up behind here, behind Chad. We got Dean and Fred in front of us. Court as well there on the outside line.
That was my fault, I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy. I was trying to push you there, 82. I didn't know that kid was going to do that.
I'm slowly making time. I'm gaining time on the bottom here. It's hard to, that top lane really didn't get a good run. Now we're going to go, now I'm going to pass Albritton. He's going to say something. Now that top line, I'm already up to, well, if they go, I might be up to 4th here.
You are 8th right now.
No.
Really, Nick? Why did you just do that?
He didn't do nothing.
I was trying to get you up there.
Okay, I gotta mute it. Alright, so Menard's kind of blocking it there. And the bottom lane's kind of died out. I wish that they would have said bottom. Me and Adam probably would have cleared. But that top lane, let me know if they say anything about me or to me, Doug. I had to mute chat just so nothing gets caught up on the stream. And head back to the bottom lane.
God, I just ran him over.
What the hell is that smoking?
I don't know, but top lane's rolling. You can still hear them all, Doug?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Broadcast is in this race.
That's 2 cars down.
Yeah, broadcast is in this race.
Nick, I'm wondering why you're in this race, though.
I'm here to have fun, man.
Wow, Nick's just gonna leave me? Ain't nobody gonna go with me on the top? Come on, buddy.
Why are you here?
Let's go.
Is there no cautions?
Yeah, there is.
No,
'cause there was
not
one
in
before. Yes, there is.
heat races. That's what
This
they
isn't
said
the heat
earlier.
race.
This isn't
We
a
had
heat
one.
race, though.
Oh, okay. This is the main.
I thought I
though.
had
Yeah.
cautions on.
Well, Dave, I apologize. Now I gotta work with Nick.
Well, JK, you need to throw a caution. You really do. Okay.
I'll throw one at 10. Yeah, I'm not sure why the caution didn't come out on that one. I'm gonna throw one at 10, and then give you guys a halfway kind of run to the end. Then
Can you drag me back into a different channel, Doug?
yeah.
All right. Alrighty, so we made it this far, or so far. You hear the shock by Nick questioning the broadcast is in this race. That's right, I'm running. So, it's going so far. It's going okay. We'll see if we can pick it up with this one. Now it's a new factor. I'm up in this mix. Hopefully we're able to survive it. We're working with Nick so far. Just need him to stay up. I can push him on the back straightaway as well as anybody. But the Spear guys work so good together. That's one thing that's going to be hard to beat. Nick got sideways on the edge of the corner. Had to lift off of him there. Stay wide open in it, Nick. I can stay with you. Don't lift. I'll get the run down the straightaway. Woohoo! Broadcast ain't too bad. It's a different perspective, so that's mostly why I want to do it. I wish that there was that second race just to fill it out, but yeah. Copy that, race control. Alright. And Nick's gonna leave me as soon as he got clear. I pushed him all the way lead and he left me. No. Now the top lane's gonna drop back. Now they're all just gonna go around him once the 83. Once Jason, Bernard, and Adam get clear, they're just gonna go back up in front of me and go around him. So I don't know what he wanted there. Really wish that didn't work like it did. There you go, bully, right there. Come on. Stay on me here. Stay on me. There we go. Good run. Stay up. Carry the momentum. Thankfully, Nick did jump down because I was getting hot, as you guys saw, on the left side of the temp. So they can't push for more than a little bit, but we're going to have to go middle here, bully. So stay low. Okay. Stay with me here, bully. Ew. Okay. Well, all right. All right so far. Okay. When the next yellow comes, we'll ask the race control. He did say pull it in at the end of the race, but I don't want to just pull off. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. So I would normally make that 3, but big check from the outside line. Nick's blocking that. I don't know about that. Nick's controlling the lanes. I don't know about that.
Peace out.
See what everybody's doing. Nick's controlling the lanes, and I really am struggling as Bully gets in the outside of Chad behind us in the mirror. Oh boy. I got my broadcast face on. Still, while racing. It's weird. Trying to figure out what's the plan. I don't think I really have a plan yet. Fred's coming if Nick clears, which entering the corner he will like that. Let's down the back bumper of Jason. The big run. Now Nick goes to the top.
What?
Nick, stop with the blocking, please. Jesus.
I'm clear the whole time. I'm just working the lines, you know?
Exactly. All right, so caution one comes out on lap 10. Not for sure what happened. I believe that was just race control throwing it after the previous incident. That was just the caution because of the previous wreck.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure on that. But we're doing all right so far. What have you seen from these guys so far, Doug? Because you're in a way different perspective. You're in my normal spot.
Everyone seems pretty racy. Some people maybe with not that much patience. Yeah. Hey, everyone is a lap down. I gave you guys a wave, so go. Mike, just go around once. You should have got the lucky dog, I guess. So don't take 2 waves.
What have you seen so far? If you had to give me some advice, who would be the one to work with? It's going to be hard to beat these spear guys with 3 of them on the bottom.
I would say, honestly, as long as Nick doesn't get too aggressive, he seems to be one who can get through the field and get up to the front. And he was controlling the lines pretty decently, I thought, even though everyone wasn't happy about it. But I thought he was doing a good job controlling the lines. So
I think he'd be better off. Well, maybe he knows how good of a pusher I am, but I think he'd be better off just staying bottom. But he's doing so good so far. But the problem with it is now it's going to be flipped. It's going to be hard. I need Chad to work with me here. Maybe I can get Albritton at the end of it. I know that the 10 wasn't happy with him. I know Baker wasn't happy with Nick, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because he races the complete opposite way. In this race, I'm just kind of having fun with it. I'm not trying to push too hard or make any moves, but yeah, he races completely the opposite way of how I race. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I know that you said drop to the end, but what if I'm like in the middle and nowhere to I'm not just going to go wall and back out.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
To run it to the end, I'll just push.
Right now.
I'll just run it to the end and push whoever's in front. I'm not going to turn them, but I'll just push. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just so I don't bail out or nothing. Because if I bail out and there's a car on the outside, it's just going to be no race till the end. So I'm like, at least I can kind of make it close. Because I don't want to screw Chad as well. If I just dump the car in front of him with no run, kind of screw that. He's going to drop back a lot. So
Oh, no, I didn't.
we'll see.
Can someone with admin power mute Nick?
You got to pay attention, Greg. That's very important.
Hey, it's me. It's on me. Hey,
You want top or bottom?
I'm still gonna come up through the field.
We going damn sure try.
Yeah, do
Just
not
Just stop,
go
Greg.
around.
Stop, because you're still going. Stop, Greg.
Yeah.
Stop. Don't
Stop.
go.
Oh yeah, y'all gotta go past.
Pull down.
Don't.
Hey, Mike. You should be good.
Tell
I'm
him
not
go.
sure.
Just don't fully
Yeah.
come to a complete stop because it'll delay it. So
Yeah.
just kind of roll
Yeah, I know. I'm moving. I'm still just barely moving.
and file in at the end. All right.
Yeah.
Now go. Just
Just
to
a
make sure.
quick promo. Wednesday night, Super Speedway League, 50 laps. We've had about one caution a race, each race. So it's been pretty good. You guys are more than welcome to race with us.
Yep. Shout out that tomorrow. I'll be streaming that as well from inside. So I think it's next gens at Monza. So
Big country.
excited for that.
I don't know about that.
My shirt is sticking. I didn't have my race shirt on, so it's weird. I have my broadcasting shirt on. I just got in here with my suit, so it's kind of
Yeah, that damn
it's
tie
itchy.
was
Yeah,
annoying.
yeah.
wasn't
The
it?
tie is annoying. It's annoying with the belts. It's just underneath the lap. Yeah. In the back of it, it's getting sweaty, so it's itchy. It's not really fun. So, still trying to figure that out. All right, let's see. Let's see what I can do. He's playing a lot of games with it. Ooh, big checkup. Damn. Jill!
Well, God.
I don't know what
the
the
hell
happened.
y'all doing?
Checking up for the
Internet
green,
was
Greg.
looking out for him there.
Okay. I ain't hit nobody. Nobody
Why
hit
are
me.
you in this race?
Different perspective. Chill out.
This is why you have helmet cams, Cade.
They didn't charge after the last race, so I had to run.
I don't know what you just said, but sure.
All right, halfway, guys. Let's see if we can get to the end.
Nick is going for it. I'm all the way back of Bernard here, so we're working pretty good together. Should I get up in front of Nick, Doug, if I'm able to, or what do you think?
Who's in front of Nick?
Adam. If I get clear,
Yeah.
I think I'll do it. It'll split up the spear guys a little bit. Get a better shot at it.
Yeah, I'd say with the dropping back thing.
Yeah,
maybe
like
do it
right
with
now,
like
yeah.
five to go, and just announce it. Like,
Okay.
hey, I'm gonna drop out of line.
I can't finish?
Well, you
You
can
wanna
finish, but
Well, I know. Oh, I've got hot. Come on. I'm trying to get clear so I can lead a lap. No. I'm trying to get clear off of 4. I'm getting hot. Yeah, this is some
Yeah, I'm
tight
trying
super
my
speedway
best to
racing.
work with you, but you can't do nothing, man. The truck ain't good enough.
You gotta hold it. Every time I get in the left or right rear, I gotta lift so bad.
That's what a super speedway is, Nick. Don't turn him into me, please. Like that. We're in it here, boys. He was way too aggressive. Well, we're involved in that one, and we're done. I'll use my fast repair. Adam, go. I'll push him. I got meatball. Just go, Adam. I'll push him. I'm just gonna broadcast it for the rest anyway. So I got him. Just go, Adam, if you're able to. Adam might not be able to go. Okay. Well. Damn. Smokey and the Bandit truck got caught up in that one. And I called it middle of the trial. Or hoped it didn't work. I do think I got the most damage in that. But, oh well. All right.
What? Oh, that's so good.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I'm going to broadcast it the rest of the way since I'm not going to be able to finish it. So, mixed up the running order. Let me go back and take a look and see what happened here. So, I saw it down the front straightaway. Nick gets pushing pretty hard all over the backup bumper. And, damn, just didn't work out. Into the door of me. He did get Bernard. Damn, not what they wanted there. Then the whole field was involved in that one. Bully
Yeah,
was
it looked like it
involved. Spear
collected
was in there.
everyone.
Yeah,
Joseph, you're not
everybody
getting
was in
AOL
there.
now because if you wait till
That was a lot. That was everybody involved, everybody that wasn't in the back. So that was unfortunate, but it's going to mix up the running order a ton for these next 5 laps. And this could change everything. See Dean up there. He's a lap down. Do you want to give him a wave, Doug?
Well, I don't see Dean a lap down. I see Bernard a lap down. Dean's like 8 laps down.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, if he disconnected
I think
or.
so. I think he disconnected like before the first race and just got back in. So possible. Well, it was fun while it lasted, running in the race. So thank you, Doug, for allowing me to do it.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was fun having you in it while it lasted. So have to.
I had a chance at it. The boys built a good truck, and man, that was a lot of fun. Work with Chad. I was trying, Dave. I was trying to stay. I tried to lead at least one lap, and
Look at
just
Greg
didn't
up
let
in
me.
second.
Greg in the Jack Daniels scheme. He picks the top.
Macomb, what? Get over, boy.
Just go to the bottom, Greg. He picked the outside line. Go to the
Oh,
inside.
you picked the outside?
So
Where it
go to
says
the
1
inside.
green, it's showing me outside, though.
I didn't know that. So go bottom. I'll broadcast
Okay.
it from in here.
That's what he want. That's what he want. They can do it, baby.
You guys want me to broadcast it in here or go somewhere else?
Totally up to you.
Oh, you're
Kate.
fine.
Okay.
I'm driving.
All right. Just make sure you're not yelling, Greg.
Hey, Kate.
Yeah.
Kate.
Yeah.
You're broadcasting. I'm still driving.
Oh, I know. You did good. You got through it. I tried. I tried the best I could. Now you're in contention for it, Greg.
I'm gonna give it my best.
Just keep her low and slow on that bottom lane. All right. After my unfortunate circumstances, got knocked out there, running second, third-ish most of the race, but gives me an opportunity to broadcast these next 4 laps to decide the winner of the final round second race. Here we go. On the front row, it's Joseph Tucker and Greg Everett. Greg in the 07 Jack Daniels scheme, the 8. Joseph Tucker on the outside. Could be the last restart of the race. It's going to be vital. The 8 into the restart zone. He fires back green. Good restart for that bottom lane. It's going to be Greg Everett out front. He's going to take over that top spot. Got Austin Albritton pushing him. Top line with a very bad second part of that restart.
Next stretch.
Austin, I don't care. Just stay behind Greg. Give Greg this win.
No.
Give Greg the
No.
win. This will be funny.
I
Give
Austin,
Greg the
I
win.
gotta go.
I didn't go, man.
Fuck!
Just okay. Just keep riding. You'll be fine.
Wait, Mayor, come down in front of me.
I didn't have it.
That's okay. Well, I kind of, well, oh well. All right, Austin. He's pushing Greg down the back straightaway. The outside line not got the biggest run so far. Big mix up at the front of the pack, but here comes Spear Motorsports, All Seeing Motorsports. They're at the front now. Greg leading it. Big on that bottom lane, but Austin Baker with a big run around the outside lane. Got Adam Newton pushing him behind. Try to keep her nice and slow, Greg, on the bottom lane. Just low. Stay on the yellow. Don't push too hard. Just stay low. One in the wall. Go low, Greg. Left, left, left. There you go. Good job. They all wreck up top above him. And big problems for the Spear Motorsports guys around the outside line. Caution waves. Austin Baker takes the lead. Greg into second. Nick to third. And it's going to be a green-white checkered finish to decide the winner. All right, Greg, I'm going to coach you
Yes,
as much
sir.
as I can. Just nice and easy. You're going to have Chad pushing you for this
Okay.
restart. So just hold it nice and easy. Just finish this thing. Well, I think the 85 is pitting, so you're
I'ma
going to have
do-
Nick
I'ma do
behind
it.
you.
I'm gonna do exactly what I was doing before.
I tried to get your teammates to help you, but they said they're trying to get Chad the win. He's in, so your team is going to ditch you.
Hey, I'm not
I
worried
don't
about
know.
that. You got to show me.
Well, it's your truck's behind you, and they're going to show you.
Hey, JK,
Yeah.
I feel like Cody LaJoy. You know, you don't get up here that often. You know, you remember how
There
you
you
was
go.
in Daytona?
You're in the
Yep, just
7,
hold.
so
Yep. Just hold that bottom line.
Oh yeah.
Just stay on the bottom. No matter what happens, just stay down there. Make them work for it on the outside if they want it.
well, he's going to be on the top.
Well, that's right. You are.
Yeah, because I mean,
So
he
you're gonna
may
have Nick
give me
behind
the
you.
outside. Yeah, and Baker gonna take the inside. I would think.
Well, this will give Chad a good finish, even if he
Yeah.
finishes in third.
Yeah.
Because there's no playoff drivers ahead of him, so he.
Other than Spear. That's what they were talking
Yeah.
about.
But with that, he was the fourth place finisher.
But is
In the
Adam
last
Adam
race.
is the last place in here? No, Bernard is now.
Yeah, so
So it's
Bernard
going to
got
tie out. So Chad, if it finished right now, Chad would be
5.
second.
And then Adam got 4 points. And then Jason got 3 points. And Chad got 2 points that last race. So Bernard will get 2 points this race because he's out now.
Who's behind me? Nick?
Yep.
Okay. What, is it just me and Nick? How many cars we have on the outside lane?
You got you, Nick, Jason.
Okay. So it's about even. It's about even.
And then that's Austin Albritton. Yeah, and then you got who was that? That is Court Hansen, and then Mike Presley. Yeah, so you got 4 on the bottom and 4 on the top. You got 8 cars. 8 cars left, so. But if you see a hole open up, take it and drop down to the bottom.
Yeah.
I can't say anything because that would be unfair.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, JK. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of times like someone will be in here and I want to tell them stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I can't. That's unfair to everyone else. If I'm like, you're clear or not clear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah.
I was broadcasting. You could at least with me. All right. Green, white, checkered to decide the win at Daytona. It's Austin Baker and Greg Everett on the front row.
Right. Here we go.
Baker slow roll into the research zone. He fires green. Good restart for the bottom lane. Greg's going to jump in line into the third spot. Nick able to jump in behind him. Now that whole bottom lane's all filled up with cars. Stay low here, Greg. Just stay low. Stay in line. Jason Spear, the only lone wolf around that top side. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much by himself, but he's getting a good run so far on this restart. They're going to make contact out back. That's going to be the 17 spinning out behind him. But the 83 has made some time up all by himself around that outside lane. So the 07, he goes up to the top lane behind him. Now also 51 of Chad Adams on the back foot, trying to get around the 53. Stay up, Greg. Coming to the white flag. Chad needs that spot to get around the 83. It doesn't look like he's going to have it out of line, but with 1 lap to go, anything could happen. Austin Baker still up front, avoided the big one, was able to be out front. Now the 51's going to try to clear through the center. Looks like it, but if he does, he won't have his 75 teammate behind him. Down the back straightaway, they're all pushing hard. 83 not going to have a big enough run. Now they're going to make contact. The 10 sideways, able to save it. 51 looking to his inside. Chad, does he have one more spot in him? Looking for his first win still of the season. He's clear. He's going to go to the top line. He's going to get turned into the 75. They're coming behind him, but Austin Baker is going to win it at Daytona.
Oh, it was a good racing.
That was a finish. That was the finish to decide it all. And Chad made his move and got spun there. Not what you wanted to have happen. The 51 went up, the 83 in the back of him. The 07 pushed the 83, and nowhere for the 51 or 75 to go. They both got caught up in it. But what a race. Austin Baker comes out with the win. He's been strong in the Super Speedway League, and he's able to get it done tonight in the Truck League. Let's go ahead, follow him around. Try to get an interview with him now. Baker, you did it. Baker, you did it. You got it.
Man, got my
Finally.
first truck series.
This ain't a super speedway. Well, it's a truck one.
sure.
I'd argue this one's bigger
This
with it
one's
being in
huge.
the league. But
Gotta
you were
get-
able to get it done here at Daytona. First one of the season comes from
Yes,
Daytona.
sir.
Talk to us. How were you able to get it done? And
Chad
how-
Adams, that's the only way as I butcher this terrible burnout right now. This win is brought to you by Chad Adams. He is such a good guy. Just mutual respect for me and mutual respect for him since I've came into this league about a year ago. You know, I pushed him to many wins, and he finally pushed me to one. So that's him. But All Seeing Motorsports, baby. Our race director, Austin Albritton, has been just perfecting our racecraft over here. We're just gaining iRating, gaining official wins like it's nobody's business. We just welcomed Mike Presley to our team this week. You know, so it's simple as that. Teamwork makes the dream work, and you know, I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah, you definitely earned this one, and you've been on the hunt for a while now.
Yes.
And you're
Yes.
finally able to get it done. I know a lot of guys that have a lot of speed and ran most of the season weren't able to get it done. But how does this feel to finally get it done and come home with a win?
It feels great, and you know, this is my second career WTF Racing League win. The first one came Super Speedway, and I'm coming second place so many times there, and coming second in the in points. So this is just a warm-up race for that all-star race tomorrow, baby. Super Speedway, WTF Super Speedway League, brought to you by All Seeing Motorsports, buttsnorkeler.com over at Surf Shop. Any people out there in the TV land, if you're looking for a Super Speedway League, you know, on Wednesday nights, it's the one to go to. So practicing for that. But you know, there was some crazy block in there. I don't know who this 75 truck is. I've never heard of this guy before. I've never seen him before, but he needs to kind of go back to Xbox for a little bit. But other than that, it's a great time. WTF Racing League, you know, KO5 on YouTube with the broadcast. You know, it's a great time over here.
Yes, sir. And it was definitely a fun one, but you're able to get it done. So congratulations. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. Quick shout out to my sponsors real quick. Once again, on the hood, buttsnorkeler.com. We got big things coming over from those people here coming up soon. Over at Surf Shop, Johns Pass, Florida, AB Powder Coating, St. Petersburg, Florida. McConey Setup Shop. They flow us setups for opens. Love those guys. Shout out to McConey. Shout out to you, Cabe, and your broadcast. Always a good program. And thank you again.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it, and congratulations. Your first win in the Truck League. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you again, brother.
See ya. So Austin Baker gets his first win, coming on P2. Well, a 1-2 for All Seeing Motorsports. Austin Baker with his first win, and Austin Albritton. It's been a while for you in the Truck League, but first race back of P2, not too bad, and a runner-up behind your teammate. Talk to us about that last restart, and went down. How were you able to get to P2?
Yeah, man, we were just trying to all work together there. Me, Baker, Mike Presley, and Jarrett Jones. It just didn't work the way we wanted it to. But Baker had a great restart there, and we knew if we could keep a couple certain people to the outside, they wouldn't be able to shove too well. So plan was for him to just ride her on the bottom and let it all play out. So that's what it did. Feel bad for Nick and Chad there. They kind of came across my nose. Kind of thought I caused that at first, but I'm looking back at it now, I didn't. So happy to know that. But yeah, it was a good run for All Seeing. Yeah, proud of it.
Definitely. I mean, a wild 2 races. I know I jumped in there for a little bit, but what was your reaction when you saw me out on the track? I know I didn't tell anybody. Said I wasn't going to run, but Doug right before was like, just run, just do it. So I ended up running, but what did you think?
Well, heck, I didn't even realize you were out there for a little while, and then someone was like, "Why is Cabe running?" I think Nick said something about it, and I was like, "Oh, dang, Cabe is out here." But
I
it
was
good
waiting
to
for
see you on
someone.
track. It'll be good to see you tomorrow night run the All-Star race with us.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I want to do the broadcast from inside the car, like I said, but I'm excited for it. But P2 for you, good little comeback, and glad to have you back in the Truck League. But one last day before I let you go, who would you like to thank?
Yeah, man. Just want to thank McConey Setup Shop, Butt Snorkeler, All Seeing Motorsports, or All Seeing Motorsports, AB Powder Coating, Mike Presley, Austin Baker, Jarrett Jones, JD Rudser, the whole team. Without them guys, you know, it wouldn't be as fun. So appreciate everybody, and check us out tomorrow night for the Super Speedway League. If you're interested, hit up WTF Racing and apply for the league. We're looking for drivers. It's been good so far.
Yes, sir. I always put the join link or the Discord link in the description. So, yeah, excited about it. But we'll see you tomorrow night for the Super Speedway one, and congratulations on it tonight.
Thanks, man. Yep, I'll see you in 1-2. There we go.
Perfect night for All Seeing Motorsports 1-2. One last driver, Jason Spear, is not in the chat, so not going to be able to interview him. I don't see him. But all in all, a great run tonight for everybody involved. A heck of a race, heck of 2 races. Glad I was able to jump in for a little bit, but it was a lot of fun. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be at Martinsville next week. 2 more races left to decide the winner of the championship. 2 races to go, Martinsville and Homestead. So we'll be ready for that, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the Super Speed